What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another Monday live stream here at the Slab Stocks YouTube channel. We are talking about a bunch of different stuff today, but one of our topics, Nate went and found a ton of different one-of-ones that have sold of a specific player we talked about yesterday on Slab Stock Sundays, and we'll be doing a love it or hate it segment on all those different one-of-ones. So a fun exercise to look at how many different one-of-ones, I guess, are out there of this player, which will be interesting to say the least. And I will also be tackling in a small segment of the top 5 best sports card buys from the weekend, including like Friday night. So not just Saturday and Sunday, but the 31st to the 2nd. And then at the start here, we are going to have to, of course, talk about what happened over the last 3 days in the grading landscape. Now, before getting into all this stuff, Nate, Brewers game, pretty bad first day, like no runs, like a few hits. And honestly, Corbin Burns giving up 4 runs was a disappointment to say the least. And then since then, 3 straight wins, like tons of runs, 10 today, 9 yesterday, and looking pretty good.
To think this team started the year 16 straight innings without a run, to then go to batting around against the Cubs in 1 inning yesterday, and then batting around against the Mets today in an inning, and scoring 19 runs in 2 days. I'll take it. And only 2 home runs in the 4 games, but 3 wins.
There you go.
We'll take it.
And that's also good because, being at least last year home run driven team, not being able to show up sometimes when you're not hitting the home runs, it's good to see things happening. Bryce Terray, man, what a stud. That grand slam was electric.
Dude, that was amazing. Amazing.
Great stuff. What's up, Global? What's up, Max? Glad to see you here tonight. And Tech as well. How are we doing? Tech, I think that you contributed to Nate going through some one-of-ones, so we'll talk about that when the segment comes. But first up, we've got the grading debacle from the weekend, of course. I know Nate talked a little bit about it in this morning's Daily Slab, so go watch that if you haven't yet. But this is, as of right now, in the future, maybe some appearances on some Daily Slabs. So as of today, this is the only way that you'll hear my voice through our YouTube channels, this and Sunday Night Lives. So, I guess grading reveals and a couple other things maybe too. But my point is I really wanted to talk about this for a little bit. And please, in the comments, throw in your questions or your comments as we go as well. And over the weekend, I'd be shocked if you didn't see this. You probably wouldn't be on Instagram, I guess, if you didn't see it. But I know people were putting up YouTube videos. Was Beckett's let's just say ridiculous way to try to change a grading scale. I'll just read through some of these things here and explain briefly what happened. So the Mint Collective was this past weekend, and Beckett's booth, I saw something leaked, and I was gone in Madison, Wisconsin this weekend. So Nate actually sent me a text, and I think it was like Friday night potentially or Saturday morning. It was, and they had like a change in their gem mints, and it had a 10 on it versus a 9.5. And as we know, for all of the time that Beckett's been grading cards, which is probably over 20 years or something like that, 9.5 is the gem mint. Well, the sign at the Mint Collective basically had a massive label of theirs, and it had a 9.5, a 9.5, a 9.5, and a 9.5 subgrade, so all 4 9.5s, and it said 10 gem mint. Now, that was the first thing that came out. After that, it came out like the next day that at the Mint Collective, they covered up the 9.5 centering, I think, and put a 10 on the centering to then say, no, 3 9.5s and a 10 subgrade will get you to gem mint. Now, after everyone started going crazy on social media, I kind of was away from that for a bit because of being at the Kesem event and not being as hands-on this past, Friday and Saturday night. People were going nuts, and Beckett actually released a video, I believe on Friday it was, actually, before April Fool's Day, that they were confirming changes to their grading scale. And to summarize the changes to the grading scale, I will say this. It was basically taking anything that was people thought was a true gem, which people deemed to be a good grade in the market, and lowering it from a gem mint to a mint plus. And it was taking anything that was 3 9.5s and a 10 subgrade, or 2 10 subgrades with that, and raising it to a gem mint, which can only leave us to believe, or at least we don't know for fact, but a 9.5, 9.5, 9.5, 9 either is a lower mint plus grade or it's getting bumped down to a mint grade. So that was the confirmed changes at the time that a video was released. As we can see, lots of people had things to say. Gem Mint Jennings, this is absolute garbage. I'm gonna just be honest. Scotty B was, kind of confirming the changes in it and why it was bad. C. Blez was not happy either, and Carter's cards over there from Wisconsin said, "I'm sorry, but Beck is laughable at this point. Their new standard is even worse than the graphic that was floating around yesterday. Not only are you now devaluing min gems, but also true gems. What are they thinking?" And all this to say is that took me a bunch of time just to get those words out, is that they are just so confusing with what they were trying to do or even doing in general. And they have been for the last 5 years. And we've talked about a lot on the channel. So I don't want to spend like 20 minutes breaking all this down. And, there are a lot of people you can be up there and say, "Oh, well, you guys group submit with SGC and you're on big group submission for them. People send you cards for SGC." And yeah, that's 100% true. I'm not going to sit here and deny it. I love SGC. I grade, all of our cards with them. And we've been having a great partnership with them because of the fact of how their leadership team works, of how they run their business, of how they care for the customer, of how their standards actually make sense. And they aren't switching them and things like that. This was absolutely crazy to me. And then basically it came to the point to where they came out and said, "Oh, nope, we heard what you said. We're going to take back what we said now." But damage done, honestly. It just basically points to an absolute, I guess, lack of better words, maybe clown show going on. And I have to say that I commented on our post and said I have a few BGS slabs left, I'm sure, from back in the day, and I will be cross-grading those immediately. This is finally the point where I'm like, yeah, let me just go grab those things down and cross-grade them. So I have 6 slabs here left in my personal collection that are BGS slabs. One is this pull. Nate, I think you were there for this. 21st birthday, Bobby Orr. This is UD Ice on-card auto. It was a BGS 9.5. It's about to turn to whatever SGC grades it. Next up is this Keston Hero 101 Dynasty RPA with a $500 price sticker on it. Next up is a Christian Yelich. This is a Superfractor 9.510 auto, 1 of 1. I actually have the rest of this from the Rainbow, non-graded, so I'll get those graded too. Hank Aaron Transcendent 9.5, and then Christian Yelich Tribute 9 auto, and then Keston here, a Bowman Chrome Blue Refractor auto, which I'm sure this one time this card was like $500. But 6 cards there. Every single one except for this pull, which was on my 21st birthday, which was now 4 years ago, are Brewers cards from like 2017-18. That is how long ago it was I trusted anything that they did, which was a long time ago. And they constantly do things to damage their brand and damage what they're doing. And it's just not good for the hobby in any way, shape, or form. And I will definitely be cross-grading those, willingly paying, of course, to get them cross-graded just to get them in them sweet tuxedos. So I'm excited about that and to see what happens with it. Obviously I'm not telling you where to spend your money or where to grade with. I'm just suggesting what we do, what I enjoy, and what I think is best for the community and for individuals as well. So that's where I'm coming from here. Just want to talk on that because it'd be kind of silly to ignore it, of course. So want to get some stuff going on that. Will says, "Nate, you see how much that Posey red went for? Crazy. I was interested, but fraction of that sale price."
I didn't end up seeing the final price on it, Aaron, but
we were watching it last night. And
I know it was what, at 9,000 when we were
dude. 45,600. It was at like 9K, I think.
What?
Yeah, 45,600.
No way.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. When we saw it was 9,000, I figured it ended at like 11 or something.
No. 45,000. That's insane.
I mean, to be fair, I'd rather spend 45,000 on that than some of the prices people are spending on I guess on Orange PSA 10 just did 11,400.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend 45,000 on that than what people are spending on some cards nowadays.
True that. Will, what was the price that you were at before your tap out price? You don't have to share, of course. I was just curious if like you said a fraction of that sale price. Were you like 15, 12, something on the Orange?
Hey, in case you're wondering, the last PSA 9 sold for 9,300 in 2020.
Holy smokes. Bought the right. That's funny. You could say, "Oh, buy Luka, buy LeBron." Nope, buy Buster Posey in 2020 and get paid. That's nuts. All right, switching gears here pretty quickly onto the 5 best buys, in my opinion, of course, from over the weekend. And all these cards are pretty expensive. My threshold was $2,500 to $10,000. That was the range I was working with. I'm going to try, make it so that I didn't have to look through millions of sales. Instead, I was looking at probably hundreds of sales from this past weekend, all thanks to Carlera Sales History for making it super easy to see all those sales and filter by what was selling between all the different platforms. So first up here, I thought this was a spectacular buy. Now, I'm not any big basketball collector by any means. Actually, very small basketball collector with very few amount of basketball cards. Towns and Giannis really is it. But I mean, I have some Towns cards from back in like 2015 when he was a rookie. I mean, they're pretty cheap back then. Either way, Michael Jordan, this is the 2007 Upper Deck chronology. This is the Timeless Memories on-card auto, the canvas-looking card right there, numbered out of 99 PSA 8. That sold just yesterday on PWCC Weekly Auction for $9,600. The reason why I think this was such a fantastic buy is, one, it's hard to turn down a licensed Michael Jordan Upper Deck Bulls uniform auto, one that's featuring him in the dunk contest and this amazing Timeless Memories set. But because the retread, the Panini Timeless Moments, Steph Curry, which I think looks garbage compared to that Jordan. Yes, it's a big moment in Curry's career, but the card literally is so dark. You can barely like see half of the card. You can barely see his autograph as a PSA 7. So for $9,000. Now, Nate, I don't know about you, but I see many more Stephen Curry autographs out there than Michael Jordan autographs, not to mention that MJ is like the greatest of all time, in my opinion. And also, I think this moment card is, or this memories card is insane, where he's in the dunk contest. And better grade.
All the above. I do feel like I do see quite a few Michael Jordan autos. Now, that being said, Upper Deck, the difference between Upper Deck and Steph Curry being able to sign with anybody is how many autos are we going to get when Steph Curry's retired? He's only 34 right now. We might end up with 1 million autos.
Yeah, and they're still coming too. You know, they're still getting signed, and there's now 3 different releases of Timeless Moments sets from Panini, 2019, 2020, and 2021, and different parallels and all the likes with that. To me, it just makes way too much sense to go with the Jordan versus the Curry, especially this set was first too. I mean, this set is way more legendary in my eyes, and I think a lot of hardcore basketball collectors' eyes. But you can tell me if I'm wrong there. Feel free to debate me. I will stand by that Jordan. Now, I didn't even know this card existed, honestly. And when I saw this card, I was blown away. This is Shohei Ohtani, Ichiro, and Hideki Matsui. Nate, I don't know how you would you'd probably know more about this than me, but are we looking at the 3 greatest Japanese baseball players of all time? I don't know about Matsui's in
the list isn't extensive by any means, and it's going to grow drastically in the coming years. If the World Baseball Classic taught us anything, but yeah, I would say you are.
So all on card autographs, PSA 10 grade, 3 greatest Japanese players of all time, including one of the best hitters of all time in Ichiro, and Shohei Ohtani, who we don't have to speak about at very big length there, but $2,500 and it's numbered out of 10. I've never seen this card before. I didn't even know it existed. And I can only imagine the amount of triple autographs of the 3 of these guys is either just this card or maybe one more set. And there's probably barely any out there. So this card seemed like an absolute steal to me at $2,500. And I looked, and so Hank Aaron, Ken Griffey Jr., Mike Trout. I understand we're talking about 3 of the best players of all time, 3 of the best hitters of all time, and this has got some relics on there. But this is a sticker autograph, and there's been a lot of different triple sticker autographs, I feel like, that you can kind of find of these 3 or a combination of these 2 with maybe one more. And I just feel like that this card at $7,000, Nate, I'd rather have this at $2,500 all day, save that extra money, and you can go get an autograph of any of those 3 players to fit, or maybe even 2 of them to fit in with this card too.
It is crazy to me that it was only $2,500. I know Hideki Matsui, he came over late. I think he was 31 maybe or something like that when he came over. So he came over late, and so he didn't have a prolonged MLB career. But the other 2, Ichiro and Shohei, this is as good as it gets. I can't believe it's only $2,500.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I was shocked when I saw it. I was like, of all the ones on the list, honestly, that's my best buy from the weekend. I can talk about the other 3 still, but pretty crazy. And also, I like this card a lot too. It looks really, really cool. Of the Hank Aaron, Ken Griffey, and Mike Trout.
Also, love that uniform. Ken Griffey's in there.
Oh yeah, the older Mariners. I like it a lot too. Next up, I got LeBron here. I'm no LeBron super fan by any means, but it's hard to ignore, and you're going to start to see a trend here. On card, 2004 UD Exquisite auto, numbered out 25. This is his 2nd year of Exquisite. The reason why this one also I have picked here is getting a PSA 9 grade on this type of card just seems very difficult. Very, very thick card with gold borders and everything like that. It looks really good. And the last point is that autograph is extremely bold. There's a lot of fading autographs from those like really early exquisite years of LeBron. So to find an autograph that bold like that is crazy, under 10 grand. Now, I'm a massive Giannis fan, as all you know. Nate is too. I absolutely love these 2014 flawless patch autographs of him. I used to own one, not from this base set, but from the Momentous subset. And this patch is super sick. And I'm 99% sure they're game worn too. So this card is very, very good. It's a PSA 7 with a 10 auto from the 2014 flawless Ruby numbered out 15. Sold for $7,500 in February. Now, this pains me to even say this, but I mean, $1,500 more for a 2004 exquisite, like super, super nice hollow foil auto of LeBron with the PSA 9 grade, super bold auto. It just feels like that this gap needs to be a little bit bigger between 2 second-year cards. I understand the game use patch is a very big addition to this one, but I just feel like the gap has to be bigger no matter how you look at it, even if you're like me and you, a massive Giannis fan.
Especially when you look at that LeBron and it's 25 of 25. So there's 225. So you take the number 2 and you remove it from the first 25 and the second 25, and then you get 23-23 dual jersey number. Wow, it's amazing. Also, the next one, real quick, the next one, if you go to the Giannis, 4 of 15, if you multiply 15 by 2, 30, and then add the first 4, 34 jersey number as well.
So really, both these cards are way better than what people thought.
Yeah, because they're both.
They didn't stay to think hard enough about it like you.
Yeah, that's right.
I love it. But both those cards are amazing.
Work for you when selling. That's what I've learned by browsing eBay. So
there you go. Next up, I got Lewis Hamilton. This is from the 2022 set. This did just end last night on the weekly auction from PWCC as well. April 2nd, $3,720. This is from the new Dynasty set. At first, when I saw the Dynasty set release, I was not a fan of the split in half colors. It's grown on me a lot. I actually really like this design, especially the red foil around the patch window. I think it looks really, really good.
I like the red foil on the name.
I like the red foil on the name too, as it all matches the Formula One, main logo. This card, I wish that I was in a position to maybe sell a few things earlier and buy this, because I actually think this is an incredible deal for the sole fact that you look at the price to rip any type of Dynasty wax in the case amount, and the cheapest you can is 2021 at $7,500. It's the worst design set out of them all. But like, just give me the Lewis Hamilton for under 4K. I did not think that this would have sold for that low. You kind of would think any Dynasty Lewis Hamilton's at least over 5. And then you look at the price of the wax, and you're not getting a Lewis or Max or Leclerc even guaranteed in a case. I can tell you that, because the case we opened,
we ripped one.
Did not have one of those 3 guys. Hamilton. So this just really sticks out to me as like, wow, that's nice. I would want that. I would really want that. And I'm going to probably keep my eyes open if this is around the going rate in the future, because I might just go and open up my case in the cards in the other room and just start selling a few things to try to find a way to pay for it.
Yeah, just sell all those Orlando Arcias.
Funny enough, yeah, I only have one left now. Oh, speaking of, check this out, Dave. I meant to tell you in yesterday's or this morning's meeting, or last night's live or something like that. So I had 4 auctions sell for the last refractor 9.5s I had, the last purple 9.5 I had, and then the blue 9.5 I had. Are you ready for this? The 2 refractor 9.5 sold for $26 and $29. I'm not broken off about that. Whatever. I probably paid like $30 for them.
Yeah.
The purple sold for $35, which makes sense, a little bit more.
Yeah.
The blue, $22.50. It sold for less than all of them. How? I don't know how. How? Explain it to me. I don't know.
Hey, that's still $22 more than you could have gotten a year ago. So
I understand, but just the math does not add up. It should have been like a $75 card based on the other
I'm sure there's only a few people looking for Orlando Arcias.
And all of them were probably bidding on the blues and refractors. It just doesn't make sense, but we're moving on. And then number five here. And speaking of, I got mine right next to me, because I was going to also say, I've been thinking about this for like a long time now. I'm going to send both these in the cross grade as well to SGC, because the vintage cards in SGC Tuxedo is just absolutely smack. It's a PSA 3 rookie Hank Aaron, PSA 5 56 top Jackie Robinson. Of all the cards I own, these are actually the two that I'm calling my grave cards. I'm taking them with me my whole life, so I want to get them in them tuxedo slabs for display purposes next to me when I'm gone. But this Hank Aaron SGC 3, that took a turn. This Hank Aaron SGC 3 right here. I thought my 3 looked really good. Okay. I thought my 3 looked really good. This is probably like the best 3 I've seen recently for sure. I'm no vintage expert, but it looks insane. It got the PWCC A for I think that's top 30% of the grade 3s. $3,200 on Friday. Now, you tell me this, Nate, but that middle one has got like a line right through his head.
Yeah.
That's sold for $4,200, and the centering's off too. The one on the right is centered. However, there's a big dent on the top right corner. It's like folded. And then on the left, the edges are a little bit fuzzier.
Also, the color looks great on the left.
This is like one of the best 3 copies I've ever seen. Like I'm telling you, like, I thought mine was good. Like this literally looks like a 5.
You can see the sold price, and then you can see the card ladder value.
Yeah, that is actually kind of funny. I guess to me, maybe I'd have to look in it. Maybe there's like a stain on the back. Oh, remember the Satchel Paige thing that looked so good, and then there was like kind of a little crease and then
the missing paper on the back as well.
Yeah, missing paper on the back. So I did not look at the back scan. That's probably missing my part. Either way, the front of this card looks spectacular, and the fact you could get this for less than both the other 2. And by the way, these both sold in the same weekend too. All these were from within 3 days, which is crazy because the last one before that was a while ago. But there's my top 5 purchases of the weekend and why.
All right, nice. Well, let's move on to Love It, Hate It, 1-on-1s edition. So,
I'm ready.
There was a post. Shout out to Tech for sending it to me. I made this content and content for the Daily Slab tomorrow out of it. So, Tech, thank you for that. There was a...
Where did the post come from, too, just to make sure?
Breakers... Well, it came from Gem Mint.
Shout out Gem Mint.
And it was of... I gotta look this up quick so that I get the breaker correct here. It was of Real Breaks Live. Real Breaks Live did a transcendent case, I believe, or a transcendent box. I don't know how it comes. I'm sure it's just a case is a box or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
They pulled 3 different Wander 1-of-1 autos in the same case. The Wander Franco Superfractor, I don't remember what year it is, 57 maybe or something like that, 58.
So that's like the best one, right? Like when they get the retro design.
Yeah, I believe so. And then you have the middle one, and then you have the non-superfractor finish random 1-of-1.
That's 2009 tops, I think.
On the right. Right? So 3 different 1-of-1 autos out of the same case of product. Is that absurd? I think so. And then it made me think, I wonder how many other Wander 1-of-1s are out there. So I just went looking Wander Franco 1-of-1 on Card Ladder.
Now, Nate, do we know how frequently just other 1-of-1s come out of this? Is it like all 1-of-1 I don't watch Transcendent.
Well, there's a lot of 1-of-1 Transcendent cards.
But all 3 of Wander, you're saying, is where
all 3 of Wander.
Yeah,
is a bit absurd. But then I was, it got me thinking, like, should we love or hate 1-of-1s at this point if they're just going to make a million of them? The allure, like with Trevor Lawrence, the allure of a 1-of-1 is nobody else has it in the world. But if you're just going to slap a different logo on or a different picture on a card and put 20,000 of them in a product and call them all 1-of-1s, it's kind of stupid, is it not?
Let's see which ones matter. What do you got here?
So let's go through. These are just priced highest to lowest for the most part. These aren't technically the prices that they are now. Like this first edition foil, $78,000. Now card ladder value $22,730. Right. So not saying that we're not really looking at the prices. We're just looking at the 1-of-1s. We got the first edition platinum. We got the 2019 Bowman Draft Super.
Wait. Am I not supposed to say love it, hate it for each 1-of-1?
Well, you could, I suppose, but I'm mostly just trying to show everyone how many 1-of-1s there are in the world. We're going to go through this pretty quick.
I'll let you go through it.
Yeah. So you got this platinum. You got the 2019 Bowman Chrome Draft Superfractor. You got the 2019 Bowman 30th Anniversary Superfractor. You've got the 2022 Bowman Chrome Rookie Superfractor Auto. You've got the 2021 Bowman's Best Superfractor PSA 10 that people tried to make into a rookie. And by people, I mean BGS. You've got the Platinum Rookie that sold for $44,000. I thought this was a great deal until I saw the Bowman Chrome First BGS 10 sell for $26,000. This no longer feels like a great deal. Speaking of which, you've got the 2019 Bowman Chrome First BGS 10 selling for $26,000 just the other day. 2019 Bowman Platinum, and look at this card, $18,000, March 13th, 2022. If you're wondering, Aaron, and you're saying to yourself, wow, I feel like I just saw this card sell, it's because it did for like $2,500 just the other week.
Yeah, I was like, at first when you show this, I'm like, wait, that didn't sell for $18K, and I realized I looked at the date, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, big loss. 2019 Bowman Chrome Wander Franco Stat Tracker Superfractor Auto.
That actually might be one of the weirdest $8,000 sales I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, what even is that card?
But it was a Superfractor, so
true.
Insert. This is one that got a little out of line because we're going back up in price. $25,000 Topps Heritage Chrome Superfractor one.
Now, I love that one. I'm just going to interrupt. I love that.
Yeah, that's a great card, and also super hard to hit these low numbered. People don't open up a ton of Topps Heritage like they do other cards, and Chrome cards of Topps Heritage, even rarer still. So like this is truly, obviously it's a 1-1, but I would love to see the pack odds on pulling a 1-1 out of Topps Heritage compared to pulling a 1-1 out of some other products. 1-1 2022 Topps Inception Wander Franco Rookie Booklet RPA, $14,000. This also got out of line, but I do love this card. I think we saw this a couple. Was this a card we saw a couple?
It was months ago. It sold about like 2 months after or a month after it sold here $37.50. It got re-auctioned then.
Yeah. So Wander Franco Juan Soto PSA 10 rookie dual auto.
Rookie for Wander. Yeah.
2021 Bowman's Best Masterpieces Wander Franco Super Refractor Auto 8,400. Wander Franco 2019 Bowman Chrome National Black Prism 101. Not a Super Refractor, still 101. $14,000. 2020 Bowman Chrome Scouts Top 100 Super Refractor. 2021 Bowman Chrome Bowman Ascension Super Refractor Auto 101. 2019 Bowman Sterling Super Refractor. This just sold. This is a sick card. Reminds me of the black we wanted to get by that we didn't.
I dig that card. That card looks amazing.
It does look good. This had no picture, but 2019 Bowman Chrome Mega Box Black 101 Auto. 2019.
Wait. Go back one. I think that actually would have been a fantastic buy back in 2019.
It's true. If you were selling it 2020, 2021, you probably would have done really well.
Really well. I still think it sells for a lot more today.
That's fair. Well, the BGS 10. Oh, it's auto though. Auto.
Yeah.
All right. 2019 Bowman's Best Superfractor Auto. 2020 Bowman Next Top Prospect Gold Auto 101. Ever heard of that?
Didn't know that was a thing.
2020 Spanning the Globe Superfractor Auto. 2022 Topps Finest Wander Franco Finest Parallel Yada Yada.
That's just the main rookie auto Superfractor. That actually seems lower than what I thought that'd sell for. I mean, I know it's still a lot of money, but it's a redemption too. It's kind of hard to buy a redemption for $5,000 and trust the process.
Yeah. Bowman Platinum rookie card. Bowman Sterling Super Refractor from 2021 non-auto. Bowman Summer Camp Super Refractor Auto. Top Series 1 Wander Franco Die Cut Sketch 101. That sold for $5,000. Can you believe that? The first edition Platinum Baseball Stars Auto and the non-first edition.
I was waiting for that auto. The way you said that.
The Topps Finest Flashback Super Refractor Auto BGF 9. And you'll notice the later these cards get, the
dates get closer,
the cheaper they're getting.
Yeah.
2021 Bowman Transcendent Rose Gold Wander Franco Auto. 2022 Bowman Chrome National Rapper Redemption Bowman Chrome Superfractor Auto with a sticker auto. 2022 Topps Inception Wander Franco Black 101. Museum Collection 101. This card, Aaron, can you believe that when they wanted $12,000 for it? And we were like, we weren't ever going to pay $12,000, but we wanted it. And then it's for $3,300.
I think that's a different card.
Is it?
I think the image looks a little different. Maybe they made a second one like from 2020 versus 2021, but either way, I like that card.
I do too. I wish we had it.
Yeah.
$3,300. Bowman Platinum 101 patch auto, which is actually pretty sweet. I like it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. 2020 Bowman Sapphire Pat Pradasha, $2,500. Tier 1 Breakout Auto 101 Auto, $2,500. Bowman Transcendent Red Variation Auto. Bowman Sterling Superfractor Auto from Superfractor from 2022. Bowman Platinum Signed Relic Rookie Card 101. Printing plate. I only put in one printing plate in here. You can imagine how many other 101 printing plates there are out there, but I chose the one that was the 2022 Topps Chrome. So we only put in one. Topps Triple Threads 101 patch auto.
That actually looks pretty sick.
It's wood.
Is it on card also? It looks like it.
I have no idea.
It looks like it.
It is cool.
Yeah.
2022 Topps Sterling debuts. I don't know, quad 5-patch, 6-patch, 5-patch. 101 auto. 2019 Bowman Chrome Scouts Top 100 Superfractor, which I'm actually shocked that at this price, considering this is a first insert, you'd think it would go for more, considering it's the same age as his 2019 Bowman Chrome first.
Yeah.
2021 Bowman Transcendent 1990. 2022 Topps 87 Platinum Auto 101. 2021 Bowman Transcendent Auto from the 2012 year.
Yep.
2022 Bowman Chrome Rookie of the Year Superfractor for $1,800. 2022 Topps Chrome Update Rookie Debut Pat Pradasha 101, which I'm actually kind of shocked by that price as well.
Yeah.
2022 Topps Series 1 Materials Rookie 101. Pro Debut 101. Bowman Platinum Refined 101. Diamond Icons 101 Auto. Pro Debut 101 from 2019. Bowman Ascensions 101. Wooden Topps 87 101. Bowman Transcendent again 101. Bowman Transcendent again 1 of 1. Topps Archives 1 of 1. Bowman Transcendent 1999 1 of 1. Bowman Prospect Topps Transcendent 1 of 1. 1989 1 of 1. You get my point. Topps Now Platinum Rainbow 1 of 1. And I believe this is the last one, 1993 Bowman Transcendent. So obviously there's a lot of Transcendents. That's too far. But my point is I only went to $1,000. There's still 1 of 1s. Random Topps Now 101 this, random that of Wander Franco. He's only been around since 2019. And yet we just ran through 40, 50 101s. And those are just the ones we saw. We didn't find Pat Pradashas from any of the other years. There was only one Pat Pradasha. We didn't find any other black mega boxes. I didn't put in any of the Prism, Optic, Select, Contenders 101s that I ran through, of which there was a lot. No printing plates again. We didn't do... there's how many other 101s are out there of this guy, and then you pull 3 from this one product. It's crazy to me.
So thoughts are this. One, there's a lot of things here I never knew existed.
Yep.
Specifically like stuff like this, Bowman Ascensions, Superfractor, and then you got all these other random things, obviously. The thing to me is like, they're making a lot of obviously cards and a lot of 101s. That's just how it's been for years now. I know now it's keeps on getting more and more and more type of things. So it starts to kind of exemplify more and more and more. I don't really think that it's almost like the dollar spent to me is a more ridiculous thing. Like thinking about like spending $6,150 on like this type of card, this one of one. I'm not saying spending $6,150 on Wander was a bad idea. I know the cards are worth less now. I'm saying spending $6,150 on this random printed one-on-one superfractor was a worse idea than whatever 6150 could have gotten you with the Bowman Chrome first auto back then.
Yeah.
So it just feels like to me that like that's just how it's going. There's a lot of collectors out there. There's a lot of sets being made. There's a lot of parallels being made. We know there's a lot that can probably go. And then the one of ones, yeah, maybe hopefully they get toned down in different products. But I think the bigger thing is like for people to understand that. And when it comes to the secondary market value that you're paying for these cards, figure out how much money that can go towards the thing that has had legacy and longevity throughout all the years of sets, because that's where the money will be best put. And that's my opinion. And I think other people share the same opinion, probably you too, Nate.
Yeah, and there's certain ones in here, right? There's certain ones, the Platinum, the Bowman Chromes, even Bowman's Best.
I like this card a lot.
Those are probably fine purchases long term if he pans out as well as we think he is. But then there's a lot of other Bowman Platinum, this Bowman
Like,
random insert, Bowman Ascensions, that, right? Or even Bowman Transcendent. I'm pretty much out on every Bowman Transcendent card except for the ones where it's the year. It's one of the old superfractors, like the superfractor we showed in the cover image there or whatever. That was pulled just recently, or like the 1955 Bowman. I think those are sweet as long as they're one-on-one autos. And the super refractor finish, but you still get the feel of the old card. The rest of them, especially the non-super refractors from Transcendent, how many one-on-ones are there of those things?
I agree with you. Now, when do the specific ones sell? Because this one makes no sense to me, dude. This is a sticker auto, I think.
Well, it sold back in April.
No, I know that it sold back in April. I was just wondering when did it sell, because I'm trying to go and see. You could have bought in April of 2022 you could have gotten a PSA 9 blue refractor auto for $8,988. And that's my point. It's like at the time that this random sticker one of one insert auto from 2021, this isn't even like 2019 as they point out, like the year that his cards debuted.
Yeah.
You could have gotten the first blue refractor auto and a PSA 9, which is a solid grade on those cards, I believe. I mean, it's a mint grade for the same price. For less than that, for like multiple thousands less.
4,000 less.
Yeah. And I think that this can be applied to any sport, really any manufacturer too. If you think about like basketball, it's probably even worse with that in football, with what Panini's
it definitely is worse.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the numbers. There's 1,200 different Trevor Lawrence one-on-ones.
Probably not more, but yeah.
Well, with after 1 year.
Yeah.
Now with the second year of stuff coming out.
Well, that too, but I even meant from the time that was announced, now all the football sets are released.
Yeah, true.
But now they're all out there. Either way, crazy. And let this be a lesson that when you see one of ones out there, not a bad thing to collect them. Just know that make sure you compare the prices you're paying and seeing what else it can get you. And I'm going to agree with Nate on the Transcendent thing. I understand the Transcendent stuff is expensive product, but if it's got to be this retro design on the left for me. Like the 2009 Topps thing, that does nothing for me. Like,
no,
it does absolutely nothing.
I mean, it's the lamest one-on-one. It legitimately, that card right there is the lamest one-on-one I've ever seen in my entire life.
Now, I feel like that there's been lamer, but yeah, you're right. It's up there. Either way,
dude, that looks like if it wasn't for a one-on-one printed in the corner,
yeah,
that's $150 base Topps auto that somebody would pay for, right? Like the 87 edition autos or whatever.
That is a solid point. I actually think I have one like right next to me. Like that was probably around that mark. Very solid point on that front. And then, I was gonna say, I do think that these retro super refractor autos are massive cards, because that Ohtani that sold for like $60K, I think, last month in the PWCC Premier Auction.
Remember that Trout?
Yes, I remember the Trout, but I'm specifically talking about the first year they made these Transcendent Superfractors. They use the 52 design. Now every year they're making the next year's design with the next rookies. The fact that you had a 52 Superfractor rookie auto of Soto and Ohtani and Acuna, that's massive. Like those are massive cards. I think they'll matter a lot going forward. So like this is not necessarily talking down the product in my eyes. This is like when you're out there spending money, like there's a lot better Wanderers you can get than that random thing that's got that 1 of 1 stamp up there. So it's a good exercise, Nate. I appreciate you bringing it up because I do think it's a valid topic 100%. And as you can see, Gabriel said, please stop, Nate. You're talking too much, too many 1 of 1s. Dan said, I'm starting to think there's a lot of these, and confirmed, Dan, there is.
And that was the point.
Exactly.
I could have stopped grabbing after like 20, but I decided to go to $1,000 and not below because I could have grabbed a lot more. The whole point was to just show how absurdly ridiculous it was. And hopefully I was hoping to be a little annoying so that it would be like, oh yeah, this is annoying. Why is it annoying? Oh, because there's a million billion 1 of 1s.
Yeah, I mean, if there was only half the ones that sold, you would have been talking for half the time.
That's true.
All right, well, that wraps up our live stream for the week. Last thing to point out is this week we've got 3 different Sapphire Formula One streams coming your way tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time with Nate, the day after with me on Wednesday, and then Thursday with Nate again, and also mixed in there on this is tomorrow. So Brewtown still has not received their big league product, unfortunately. I was going to be doing this today immediately after the live stream. As you can see, I'm sure Tech knew that. But now I'm going to be doing some packs of Big League, just a fun little stream. We're going to open a few packs of Big League, maybe a couple boxes, trying to find my card, which I did get them in. For those of you that only come to the live streams and don't look at Instagram, I did get my short print card in right here. But I'm excited to go and try to find those with you all. And we'll have some cool announcements coming out. I believe tomorrow, I hope, is going to be the day that the announcements come out for some bounties on the cards. And also a big announcement in the future on that. I'm not releasing that yet, but in the future. So if you have the opportunity to get a couple of these, either out of packs or if you find them cheap elsewhere, I think there's a few on eBay at $100, one on auction at like $30 right now, ending in a few days. Wouldn't be a bad idea to have a few of them lying around in case you're looking to maybe complete like a bounty challenge or two coming up in the next month or so. So excited about that. Nate, thanks for putting together the Wander section. I hope everyone enjoyed my top 5 buys of the weekend. I thought that was kind of fun as well. And we'll see you all in future live streams. So thanks to everyone that came to this week's Slabstocks live episode. We'll see you all this week on Whatnot and the next week Sunday or this upcoming Sunday back here on the Slabstocks YouTube channel for Slabstocks Sundays.
See you, everyone.